Growing up as kids, I think just about every one of us had that grumpy old neighbor that lived next door. Hey, I'm Travis with reviewsfortherestofus.com, and this week we're reviewing the new movie from Bill Murray, St. Vincent.
Hey! Joanna? What are you doing?
I'm mowing Finn's lawn. Hey,
Finn!
I was sleeping. Thanks for that.
Imagine for a moment that you are a little boy and mom and dad have gotten divorced, which is common in this country now, and you're moving away with mom and you move into a neighborhood and your very first experience with the neighbor is not a great one, and you find out that he's a grumpy, curmudgeon-y old guy. And then shortly after that, you find out this curmudgeon-y old guy is going to be your babysitter.
sir?
Take me, God. Don't play with me.
I was wondering if I could use your phone.
My house? I can watch the kid after school. I can do $11 an hour. Let's go! Here's a dime. Call your mom.
Costs more than a dime.
All right, here. If it costs more than that, call collect.
That's kind of the heart of the movie of St. Vincent. It's a story of a young man and an old man spending time together and, learning all sorts of things from each other and about each other throughout the whole movie. Now, we like to talk about movies like we think normal people do, which is when you hear a friend's seen a movie, you usually ask them, how was it? Well, actually, it was pretty darn good. It's kind of a mixed movie, though, because there's a lot of things going on. I mean, it's real life. Let me just tell you that right off the bat. This movie is real life. If it hasn't happened to you, it's probably happened to somebody you know what's in this movie. There's humor, there's heartbreak, there's substance issues. He is a drunk and he deals with gambling a lot. It really kind of runs the entire spectrum of what happens in real life. Know that because of the substance abuse, like the alcohol use, he's a drunk, and the gambling and some foul language that even comes from the kids, that there are some things you're going to have to filter through in this movie. Not really any violence to speak of per se, but you definitely have that to think about. As far as where you should see it, should you sell out the money to see it at the theater or wait for home? It's not like you're going to lose anything necessarily. If you see this movie at home, you wait. But at the same time, it's totally worth seeing in the theater. It's a great movie. There's some fun scenes in the movie that are really better experienced on a big screen. And so I'd totally recommend it if you want a date night or something to go out and enjoy a movie, that you check out this movie. And that kind of speaks to who you should see it with. It's rated PG-13, and that's probably spot on. There's some adult situations. Bill Murray's character has a girlfriend that isn't of the most honest reputation, if you take my meaning. There is all those other issues I mentioned to you, so PG-13 is probably pretty lock on. But for kids 13 on up, there's a lot of teaching moments in this movie, but it's not just for kids. It's definitely not for kids. I mean, this is as much or more for grown-ups than anybody. It could be a great date night, guys' night, girls' night kind of movie out. It's a great fit for that. By the way, we don't deal about this all that much because us normal folks don't always talk about the Oscars, I think, all that much, but I will tell you, my guess is Bill Murray will be nominated for an Oscar for his performance in this movie because it's just very, very real. If you enjoyed this review, I'd love to know what you think. You can find us on Facebook at Reviews for the Rest of Us, on Twitter and YouTube. Love for you to subscribe there. And then swing by our website for other reviews. Tell us what you think at reviewsfortherestofus.com.